It's your boy DJ Akademiks, and now listen. Marshawn Lynch of the Seattle Seahawks in the NFL, he's doing a very interesting thing. Now, if you guys don't follow sports, you don't know what's going on, pretty much his team made it to the Super Bowl. He's going to be playing against another team named the New England Patriots. Now, they have this thing called, it's like Media Week, where they have this, it's like all media outlets, including like people that don't even cover sports, CNN, ABC, all these outlets, they come because the Super Bowl gets the most ratings of any event each and every year. So if you're a media outlet, you want to cover it. Now, pretty much what he's been doing all season is that, he feels the media misrepresents him. He felt that anytime he said anything on record, when they ask him questions, they kind of take it, twist it, put in a story, and run with it and paint him out to be a thug, kind of like a bad guy. Now, for that reason, he said, you know what? I'm not going to be fucking talking to you guys no more. Now, the NFL actually has some rules that says you have to talk to the media. You have to make yourself available. That's the term they use. You got to make yourself available at least for a certain amount of time after the game and also at specific times. Now, he's working his way around it by saying, okay, fine. If I got to be there, I'll be there, right? Because if I don't, you'll find me. They'll find him several times. So he goes to these things, right? And they'll ask him like, yo, Marshawn, what was you thinking when fucking Russell Wilson dumped a fucking screen pass to you and you stiff-armed about 10 niggas and scored? And instead of answering the question, he'll be like, thanks for asking me that. Now, he'll say arbitrary terms like, hey, listen, today was a nice day. Or he'll just completely avoid it completely, but he'll still answer a question or he'll still make a response. Now, people in the media, they're fucking heated. I mean, I hear people on ESPN, they're going off. I hear anchors, I hear analysts. They're like, this guy, he's so privileged. He should want to answer questions. Now, when I think about it, I'm like, I don't give two fucks. I don't care if a athlete doesn't want to talk to the fucking media. Actually, I don't even care if rappers don't want to talk to the fucking media. Now, you have to realize when you are an entertainer, you're a public figure, you're in whatever arena you are, sports, entertainment, it could be rappers, singers. If you don't want to talk to the press, that's up to you. You could talk directly to your fans. It's a reason you got Twitter. If you really want to say something to your fans, get on Twitter. Get on Instagram. Get on social media. Now, do you have to talk to the fucking media outlets? You absolutely don't. But here's the thing, and this is my whole point. Like, for rappers who don't want to talk to the media, or for athletes who don't want to talk to the media for whatever reason, you then pretty much leave the interpretation of you up to them, because the media does help shape your interpretation. So if they want to run a bunch of stories saying, yo, you're some type of evil type of dude, you got to live with it, because you don't get on record to clear it up. And you don't have to clear it up through the media. You could clear it up just straight via social media. Now, here's the thing, because in light of all of that, right? So this media week is here, the biggest fucking week, the Super Bowl weekend. It has now been proven, because they do all these kind of like stats where they manage who's the most popular person, which brand is the most valuable within the NFL, and they're saying now Marshawn Lynch, who has never really been a popular dude, is now the most popular running back because he doesn't cooperate with the media, which is kind of, people are rooting for the person that's not fucking with that's going against the establishment, right? The NFL is a big bad wolf. Everybody wants to root for the person who's going against the establishment. Now, as I said, it's paying off for him, because he's gotten fined over like $100,000 already just for not talking to the media. But now he's getting all these commercials. Skittles is talking to him. I've seen 3 different commercials where I know he's getting paid a lot of money, probably in excess of $1 million to do these commercials. But here's the thing, and I'm going to relate it back to rap in a second, but sometimes when it's a new thought, right? Where if you're out of sight, you're out of mind. That's where a lot of rappers take that approach. If they're not fucking dropping a song, if they're not doing an interview, they're all on social media trying to interact with their fans, because if they're not visible, they feel they're not relevant. Now, it used to be the case where, listen, you give people doses of you. If you're always out there, you're really not that relevant. To keep it real, if there's no air of mystique around you, you're really not that big. People like Michael Jackson, he didn't have to tweet a bunch of times. He was fucking Michael Jackson. It made that allure for him even more. When he put out a fucking concert and tickets went on sale, they're going like this, because people wanted him and they don't get that much opportunity to get access to him. So that's the old way of thinking. Now, we've seen certain rappers, they're adopting that, whether they want to admit it or not. Young Thugger motherfucker, he doesn't do interviews. And don't think it's, oh, these guys are too cool, they don't understand. These guys all got PR people around them telling them like, yo, don't do no interviews. They're talking about you more by you not doing interviews than if you did do interviews, right? Imagine Young Thug did one interview that cleared up everything people have been speculating about him. We'd be like, oh, okay, I guess that's it, right? I guess that's fucking it. Now, the fact that he doesn't do interviews creates more intrigue. And when you get people to create intrigue, that's also buzz. You get that buzz, and basically people will come flocking. Advertisers, that's when you realize when you do something, people go there and get conversation going, talking about what it could mean. So that's why I've seen Young Thug do it. We've also seen The Weeknd do it. There was a huge thing about him never doing an interview. To this date, I think he's done one interview and it wasn't taped. It was a pen and paper interview. But the big thing when he came up, because he came up around or after like Drake dropped Take Care and people realized who's this guy like harmonizing all these fucking ballads for Drake. It was The Weeknd. Now, he never did an interview when people were flocking to him, trying to figure out who the fuck he is. Now, he gave people less and people wanted more. They kept giving people less, people wanted more. Now, he's a huge fucking international performer, and you might not hear about him a lot, but he has a huge fan base because they're connected directly to him. He don't need the media. He doesn't need the media to even talk about it because he already has those fans. So in some sense, you got to salute people like Marshawn Lynch, their PR people, because if you think about it, a lot of people are like, yo, he's only fucking over himself by not cooperating with the media. Well, if you think about it, he's coming up in the green with this, in the black. He's getting more money for these commercials than he got fined. The guys who were talking all this goddamn time, maybe some of them came up like Richard Sherman, but not all of them. So in reality, sometimes keeping your mouth fucking closed when you don't have anything to say, because let's be honest, I like Marshawn Lynch, but had he done interviews like a regular athlete would, it would have been as boring as watching paint dry on the wall. But because he kind of held himself back, people or the media so thirsty for a story, they would want a story about him not talking. Now fans would be like, oh wait, an athlete actually doing something different than going along with the norm? Now I want to pay attention. Now, look what's happening. He's the most famous guy, or not famous, but most popular guy at this point, and he's winning monetarily. So what do you guys think about him? It's a big debate. Do you think these rappers, these athletes should be forced, or they should definitely talk to the media? I don't see a need. Listen, I talk about rappers all day, right? I don't give a fuck listen, I don't even build my platform based on if a rapper wants to talk to me. If you don't want to talk about me, if you don't want to talk to me, nigga, I'm going to talk about you. That's fine with me. I don't need you for whatever I do to go on. I think that's how the journalist should be also. Now, if you're here and we're talking, you could clarify and correct me if I say something wrong, or you could give your side of the story. But if you don't want to talk, my nigga, it's fine. Fucking fine. I could keep this discussion by myself, because in reality, we're like armchair quarterbacks, man. We're fans. We're looking at shit and evaluating it how it seems. Now, that might not be how it is, but that's how it definitely appears. So, hey, I don't need rappers to be like, oh, yeah, we won't talk to you. Be like, okay, good. I wasn't trying to talk to you in the first place, right? So these news outlets or journalists, sport journalists complaining, oh, he doesn't respect our job. Man, get the fuck over it. The guy has social media. If you really want to say something to his fans, you can tweet it out. You want him to make your life easier by giving you a story. I don't give two fucks. So I got to salute to Marshawn Lynch and salute to everybody who exercises their right to either speak to the media or not. You don't have to. And that's my basic point. So you guys get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like. Definitely subscribe. I'm out.